What's happening? Big K B we here to talk real quick about certain situations. So apparently Keefe D, which I don't, is this shit happening in 2027? This Tupac trial, but Keefe D's allegedly talked about rolling Tupac Moida during jail. Big dog. First of all, Keefe D, you've been profiting over this shit for years. Then you release a memoir about this Tupac situation, my nigga. You've been profiting over this for years. That's number one. But also number two, my nigga, you in jail trying to prove yourself innocent. And you doing all this shit. Let's just talk about it. If you weren't there at the time, it got to the point where investigators have settled that Keefe D was involved and was the one that took Tupac Shakur's life, and they arrested him, and this is going to trial. All this hoopla has been going on, this, that, and the third, to the point, it was getting to the point that there's theories that Diddy might have been involved in the plot to unalive Tupac. So, hey, they might subpoena that nigga to court to say some shit because he was around and Big was beefing with Tupac at the time. Hey, we gonna see, gang. But anyways, a report states that prosecutors are looking to enter Keefe D's jailhouse calls into evidence during the murder trial. There was a time when it was believed that no one would be held responsible for Tupac Shakur's murder. But Keefe D is facing a high-profile case. Also, my nigga been lived like, what is he, like 60-something? Like, bro, you lock his ass up. He been lived. He enjoyed life. I don't think there's really, like, no shade. Like, when people get locked up when they're young, at least, like, you're gonna feel it because your whole young life was taken away from you for some stupid shit you did. Nigga, I'm 60, man. I got some grandkids. Nigga, I'm chilling. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, it's fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, nigga, I did what I did. I enjoyed the young life. Nigga, I got to elderly. I did. I got to elderly. Like, I'm not running through the clubs again, but anyways. In 1996, Pac was in a vehicle with Suge Knight in Las Vegas when another car pulled up alongside of them on the street and opened fire. 6 days later, Shakur succumbed to his injuries, leaving behind unprecedented legacy. For decades, rumors and speculation hovered around the lore of the rapper's passing. Imagine if this nigga, I remember when niggas used to say this nigga was in Bali or this nigga was in Tulum, this nigga was in Egypt, like he disappeared. Imagine it was true and that nigga was over though. But anyways, for decades, rumors and speculation hovered around the okay, I read that already. Then in 2023, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was arrested and charged with first-degree murder with a deadly weapon for allegedly staging the fatal drive-by shooting. The twists and turns of this case are ongoing, and now the New York Post reports that audio tapes of Davis allegedly bragging about the Moida may be entered in evidence in this trial. By the way, back then, the camera systems wasn't good back then. So if they get an evidence from back then, my nigga, you was royally screwed. According to the outlet, the calls reveal that Keefe D reportedly talked about his connection to Pac's Moida while in jail. This specific time or back then? That's really what I want to know. On August 10th, Davis's trial is scheduled to launch in Vegas. Prosecutors are reportedly seeking to enter these controversial jailhouse calls as admissions into evidence. The NYPD's, I guess, source also claims that Keefe believed it was his First Amendment right to speak about the slain rapper. Over the years, Davis has done several interviews speaking about Tupac's passing and the circumstances surrounding the crime. However, he now reportedly says that those conversations were for fame and fortune. I mean, I could have told you that. And weren't legitimate. Davis has pled not guilty to the charges against him. Davis's lawyer, Michael Snaft, I don't know how to say this nigga's name. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, but I digress. Here's the thing at the end of the day. When the state of Nevada has to rely on some kind of information to prove their case beyond reasonable doubt, they got a huge problem, Snaft said. And I've seen the state before. They'll listen to the phone calls, but it's sort of like, nah, we don't care. We don't need them. I do agree with him writing the book and doing all these interviews. No, he said. I don't agree with him doing that. Keefe knows that I'm in his corner and I have a personal pride issue here because I want to win this case too and I want to do the best job for Keefe that I can. He said a pre-trial hearing is scheduled for June 30th. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, Keefe D, I don't know how you getting out this one. Even if you do get out this one, I really don't know how you're gonna get out of this. Because you've done too much. And I believe you when you say you was trying to do it for fame and fortune. You got the memoir, you was doing the interviews, probably got paid handsomely because you was around at that time. And You know, I believe Tupac beat up your cousin at the whole, was it the Tyson fight? That was going on. Again, I understand that. That shit was going on. Financial gain, all that, this, that, and this. I'm not here to blame you. I get it. But at some point, it's like, my nigga, you was talking too much. Like, you can't sit here and be like, what? Why y'all accusing me of this? Y'all think it's me? I remember I watched a show with Bokeem Woodbine and another nigga, and they were investigating this situation. And they even came up with the conclusion, the characters in the show, that Keefe D was the one responsible for this shit. So again, this just looks like this shit was just set in stone, like, and they finally caught up with you. Now at this point, my nigga is too old for some of this shit. But anyways, that being said, we'll just continue and see where this goes. But you already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood Cat A signing off for today. The Black TJ Deadweiler doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, and hype you. Trying to hit a little bit moto, you heard me? And I'm gone. Slam Zoom. Peace out, gang. Aye.